Hi, I'm right now checking the application I built, and it works fine. I failed to deploy it 5 times because there was some comment issue in the CSS file, even though it will be ignored, but still, I guess we couldn't compile it properly. Like comments, like, what's that? So let's have a look to the application. So basically, as you see, it's like kind of Kanban board. You can like drag and drop the to-dos, issues, whatever you call them, and yeah, analyze them, write it down, just manage your project. I guess it's very most people use it. So yeah, that's why I want to build it. I believe right now it will be great to showcase the whole application. Of course, it will be much better to showcase in desktop view because for mobile view it's always like limited, and I didn't show everything there. So that's why I would like to go immediately to the desktop view. Let's go there. Let's do it. So as you can see, the basically as I told you, it's the Canva board. Yeah, you can just drag and drop, and by clicking there, you can edit everything what you want. Let's say it's gonna be done. It's there. So that's all. If you want to, for example, create new one, you have to go there. Well, I don't know why the. I know. I should have added the width for the drawer more, but I changed it. But I thought it will be more enough. But it's some issue that I forgot or didn't calculate properly. So yeah, as you can see, let's continue create new one. Whatever you want. Here we got one. As you see, there's somebody's photo. I don't know who is that. Just use some public API and just puts for everybody here. And just create it for you to like issue, which is in progress section. Yeah, that's how it is. And basically, of course, there are more views. For example, more, let's say, pages. But right now, I just only focus on the overview page, which is the main page. And yeah, and you can as well change the color of it. I mean, like how to call it, dark mode. I don't know what's the name of it. I forgot that. To make it enable dark mode or light mode. Yeah, which is by default my laptop is dark mode, so that's why it will be dark mode. If your laptop is light mode, then it will be light mode. And other, like for example, the search bar doesn't work. I just thought it's not so necessary to do that. And here it will be, which basically how many people are working right now. It shows you probably in Figma or other applications, collaborative application, even in Google Docs. You already seen that how many people are watching right now. So I believe it's pretty cool feature to have. So yeah, that's basically it. And we have footer, which is like basically tells who is that and who did it and by who it was inspired. So, and here above technically can be changed by project. So I forgot to add more like gap between the icon and the name. But yeah, as you see, there's some mistakes that I forgot to improve or delete them, whatever. So yeah, that's the basic it is. And let's go straightforward to how I build it. Basically, it will be best example to go to package.json, which is dependency, like how npm. What's npm stands for? Package dependency. So what kind of library you want to install, whatever you want to install, it will be everything start there, and it's like kind of, I don't know, preamble or something that's gonna start with. And yeah, and so I of course use the framework to be able to build that. So, and the developer experience was really great with SvelteKit, which is a meta framework of Svelte, which is library like framework for JavaScript to build web applications, just applications, different what kind of application you want to build on the web. So for styling, I use of course Tailwind CSS, which is take care of every CSS files. I don't want to write. Of course, I make some manual changes because there are some missing like styles. For example, as you can tell, sorry, I just needed to stop the screen. So as you can, probably saw already in the desktop view, in the drawer when it's open, there's like icons different, like a deadline probably. Yeah, there are options, icons like gray because I couldn't change it. That's why I just kind of found a way to make it more like darker, then able to see it, otherwise it will be white, which is not great. But yeah, and I used as well the UI library on top of Tailwind, which is skeleton, to enable for me the drawer and toggle as well, the dark mode, light mode toggle, I mean. So otherwise I used, of course, TypeScript, not of course, I used TypeScript with 12-kit. You can use, of course, JavaScript with it, but as you wish. And yeah, what else? There's some, of course, there's some other dependency I use, for example, 12. Oh, I didn't delete it. Actually, I tried to use drag and drops library from somebody who did it, but it was a bit complicated for me. I tried, but maybe I needed to put more effort to understand it. At the end of the day, it will look much better compared to what I did. But what I did, it looks fine as well. So without any dependencies, even though they're stored in my package, I just need to delete them probably. Yeah, that's like kind of overview of what kind of tools I use to enable to build it. And probably not to mention, I forgot to mention the where I deploy it. I deployed on the Vercel, and which failed 5 times because of the CSS comments. I don't know why it was showing. I couldn't understand properly right now, but it's showing the CSS file like, what's wrong with that? It's everything works. I just thought maybe something I just made up and couldn't understand. Compiler couldn't understand it. I don't know, but yeah, eventually it worked. So yeah, I believe it wraps up the whole 3 video series which I did through project planning, and I believe this kind of like project planning can be applied to any field, not only to coding, software engineering. And another thing is I want to mention about the video. I didn't make it like coding step by step. I believe it's what I did exactly. It's not like teaching you how to code yet. I believe you know already something, and maybe you try to improve somewhere else, or just see how a person approach that any project that I want to do. Of course, there are moments, for example, I forgot to make smart to-dos in other, like for example, to continue to work on the, what's the name of it? Flowchart, exactly. I forgot about to continue to work on it, but that's okay. That's how it is, you know. You just get carried away, especially when you work on a lot, yeah. And just forgot to do that, because I have everything in my mind, so which is already a mistake to my project planning. But eventually, for example, if I already done this part, I have to go comment about it, document it, and when somebody joins the team, they'll be good to work together because I already have overview as a kid, understand it. The other thing I have to do, I believe, to update the readme file, which is give you overview of repository, and yeah, so that's all I guess. And I hope you find that this series of video helpful, and yes, I really, to be honest, like that, and it was really cool, to be honest. I don't know.